There's this guy on TikTok who says he's the youngest billionaire on the planet, and he's potentially facing the most massive NFT fraud case we've ever seen, supposedly. The guy goes by Mayo online, just 23 years old, and if you believe him, he's swimming in cash. When someone asks about his wealth, he doesn't hold back. "My financial situation might sound insane to most people," he says. "I'm worth over $1 billion. The dude supposedly has so much cash that he casually drops millions on ridiculous purchases. While regular folks are saving up for a nice apartment with maybe a jacuzzi, this guy straight up purchased an entire village. You know how some of you have hot tubs in your condos?" he brags. "Well, I went ahead and bought myself a whole village complete with natural hot springs." So where exactly did Mayo accumulate this fortune? That's when things get really wild. Mayo built up a TikTok following of roughly 250,000 people. Pretty solid numbers. On his channel, he positions himself as some kind of crypto guru, dispensing investment wisdom to his followers. "See how simple cryptocurrency can be, everyone? Stay tuned for more tips," he tells his audience, who hang on every word of his financial advice. He starts making decent returns trading stocks, then dives deep into the NFT marketplace. Eventually, he relocates to Los Angeles, and that's when his operation really explodes. It's in LA where he hatches his master plan to exponentially grow his wealth. Mayo partners up with his buddy Gabe, and together they devise a scheme to launch their own NFT collections, completely original projects they control from start to finish. They leverage Mayo's social media influence to generate buzz around their launches. They set up Twitter accounts, build professional-looking websites, and Mayo starts pumping these projects across all his platforms. They even produce slick promotional videos to get people hyped. The actual NFTs they're peddling? Honestly, looking at them, it's hard to understand why anyone would spend their hard-earned money on these digital images. But people did, lots of them. When they launched their first project, Mayo and Gabe watch as investor money floods in. Once they've accumulated over $1 million in investment, they allegedly execute their exit strategy, dumping their holdings and completely abandoning the project. This move devastates the NFT values, leaving investors holding worthless digital assets and feeling completely betrayed. Their investments? Gone. But Mayo and Gabe? They've reportedly pocketed around $1 million to divide between themselves. Do they stop there? Not even close. They allegedly run the exact same playbook with a brand new NFT collection. They create the hype machine, build the website, get investors excited, and launch. This second project pulls in over $420,000 before they supposedly pull the rug out from under investors once again. Then they do it another time, and another, and another. The money keeps rolling in. You're probably wondering, if they keep scamming people, wouldn't word spread? Wouldn't their reputation be destroyed? Here's the genius, or evil genius, part of their alleged scheme. These projects launch with complete anonymity. No faces, no real names attached. Sometimes they create entirely fictional founders with elaborate backstories. Other times they actually pay actors to pose as the masterminds behind these projects. There's evidence of at least one person who was compensated just to pretend to be the creator of an NFT collection. As their operation expands, Mayo and Gabe realize they need help managing everything. They bring on a project manager. Let's call him Project, since his real name isn't public. Project's job includes moderating Discord servers where investors chat about these NFT projects. One day, Project is managing a Discord channel filled with angry investors who just got burned. The chat is going crazy. This feels like a total rug pull, doesn't it? We definitely got scammed here. I think we all just got played. For whatever reason, maybe guilt, maybe just a commitment to transparency, Project makes a shocking decision. He drops a bombshell in the Discord, revealing that Mayo and Gabe are the puppet masters behind multiple NFT scams. Mayo and Gabe discover this betrayal and lose their minds. They can't have their names associated with these schemes, so they allegedly go nuclear on Project. First, they send an email to his parents, which suggests Project might be pretty young and still living at home. In this email, they impersonate attorneys from a legitimate law firm, threatening legal action if project doesn't cease and desist immediately. Creepily, they include his parents' home address and ages in the email. A not-so-subtle message that says, "We know exactly where to find you." Next, they allegedly pose as a furious investor and send project threatening texts from a burner phone, demanding he remove all mentions of their names from the Discord within 60 minutes or face lawsuits. These messages include his parents' full names and contact details. A week passes, and another email arrives from the fake law firm. This time, the threats escalate dramatically. They threaten to falsely accuse his parents of being predators and make it public. As far as anyone knows, Project stays quiet after this. His parents remain safe, but the clock keeps ticking. Fast forward a couple of years. By now, Mayo and Gabe have allegedly orchestrated numerous cryptocurrency and NFT schemes. Conservative estimates suggest they've swindled investors out of more than $22 million. $22 million for digital artwork that looks absolutely ridiculous. It's mind-boggling that people paid real money for this stuff.
With all this ill-gotten wealth, Mayo starts living like he's in a rap video. And naturally, he has to show it off on social media. There he is picking up a Lamborghini, there he is posing with exotic animals, a tiger cub here, a lion cub there. Private jet photos? Of course. But it's not just the flexing. The money seems to have transformed him into a caricature of wealth. Check out these actual social media posts. Dropped $7,000 on a lighter today. We are not the same. Spent $500,000 on a baby tiger today. We are not the same. Just bought a $30,000 plane ticket. When you can basically print money, everything becomes free. His arrogance extends beyond money talk. His posts reveal someone completely disconnected from reality. You should cheat on your girlfriend. It's the only way to know if she really loves you. Good morning to everyone, except those who think dinosaurs were real. Which college major has the most promiscuous women? Nursing, obviously. Even more bizarre, Mayo starts dispensing health advice to his followers, including encouraging them to consume raw chicken. For everyone freaking out about raw chicken and salmonella poisoning, every bit of salmonella makes my body stronger, he claims. Please, for the love of your health, do not follow this advice. During this period of non-stop flexing and bizarre behavior, he's appearing on podcasts, doubling down on his billionaire claims. Looking at my financial portfolio and various assets, I'd estimate my net worth exceeds $1 billion, he tells one host. Whether he's actually a billionaire is debatable, but he's definitely accumulated millions through these questionable NFT ventures. That is, until everything comes crashing down. One day, federal agents show up and arrest Mayo. Shortly after, they grab Gabe too. News breaks. 2 area residents face federal charges for allegedly defrauding cryptocurrency investors of over $22 million. At some point during their scheme, someone blew the whistle to federal authorities. Could have been any of the countless investors who felt cheated, but after reviewing the detailed 17-page federal indictment, my money's on Project being the whistleblower. After all those threats against his family, what else would you expect? The charges are serious: wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and, surprisingly, stalking. Federal prosecutors claim this represents the largest NFT fraud prosecution in United States history. $22 million in alleged investor losses. It's crucial to remember that these are still allegations at this point. They haven't had their day in court yet, so we'll have to wait and see how the legal proceedings unfold. But if even half of these accusations prove true, Mayo's dreams of being a legitimate billionaire might be replaced with a very different reality, one involving federal prison. The whole saga serves as a stark reminder about the Wild West nature of cryptocurrency and NFT investments. When someone on social media claims they can make you rich quick, when they're flashing wealth and selling you digital assets, maybe take a step back and ask yourself, is this person trying to help me? Or am I about to become their next victim? Because in the end, Mayo and Gabe's alleged scheme wasn't sophisticated financial engineering. It was supposedly just old-fashioned fraud dressed up
in cryptocurrency clothing. And now, instead of living in that village with hot springs, they might be looking at a very different kind of accommodation, one with bars on the windows.